Welcome back to Let's Talk Eternity. In John 3:3, Jesus told Nicodemus, ye must be born again. And in verse 4, Nicodemus saith unto him, how can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter a second time into his mother's womb and be born? One commentator said it like this. He said, it may seem remarkable that Nicodemus understood the Savior literally when the expression to be born again was in common use back in that day. What? Common use back then? Born again? Yes. It was in common use of among Jews to denote somebody changing from being a Gentile in their beliefs to being a Jew, where they believed other things as a Gentile, which could mean everybody that's not a Jew is a Gentile. And they believed other things, and when they became a Jew, then they were born again. That was an expression used in that time, according to Barnes. And they would become a proselyte of Judaism, and they would be baptized to show that they were following. Wasn't the baptism that we're talking about when we talk about being baptized as believers. The word meant to change from the state of being a heathen of some sort to a Jew. That's what it meant to them. But it was never applied to a Jew, because a Jew, they believed, were born with all the privileges and all the promises of God. So when the Savior used it to a Jew, he was affirming the necessity of every man to come to the Lord and be born again. Nicodemus thought it was an absurd. Could this be an absurd teaching? No, you can't be teaching an absurd thing that you actually go back. And so he was checking with the Lord. According to Barnes, he said, or he thought it was an absurd doctrine or something that surpassed his comprehension, and therefore asked whether it was possible that Jesus could be teaching an absurd doctrine. He couldn't conceive no other sense of being an application to the Jews that could be made other than, is he talking really about entering a second time into his mother's womb and being born? No, he wasn't talking about that. He wasn't even talking about what you were talking about, Nicodemus, or what was popular in that day. He was talking about coming from spiritual death to spiritual life. And that can only be through a miracle of God when somebody trusts Jesus Christ as their personal Savior. And we'll talk more about that tomorrow on Let's Talk Eternity.